Hello everyone and welcome back to Loop into AI. Today I want to talk about a very important risk that many people don't realize when they build AI apps using Google AI Studio. This especially affects non-technical users who create simple apps like chatbots, deploy them, and think everything is fine because the app works. The problem is not that the app is broken. The problem is that your API key might be exposed to anyone who uses your app, and that can lead to serious issues. In this video, I'm going to use a very simple example. I built a basic chatbot using Google AI Studio. There is nothing fancy here, just a text box, a send button, and AI responses. It looks clean, it works well, and from the outside, it feels like a normal AI product. But behind the scenes, there's a serious security issue that many people completely miss, especially if they are not developers. To understand the risk, we first need to understand what an API key is. When you use Google AI Studio, Google gives you a unique key. This key allows your app to send messages to Google's AI models and receive responses. Every time this happens, Google tracks that usage and connects it to your account. So this key is not just a random string of text. It is directly tied to your usage limits, your billing, and your account reputation. Now here's where things start to go wrong. This chatbot is running entirely in the browser. That means the code that makes the chatbot work is sent directly to the user's device. When an app runs this way, the browser has full visibility into what the app is doing. That includes the requests being sent to Google's AI service. If the API key is included in those requests, it becomes visible to anyone who knows where to look. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Right now, I'm using the chatbot like a normal user. I type a message, click send, and the AI responds. Everything looks completely normal. There are no warnings, no errors, and nothing that suggests something sensitive is happening in the background. This is the same experience every user would have. Now I'm going to right-click on the page and open Inspect. This is a built-in feature in all modern browsers, and anyone can access it. I don't need special permissions or technical skills. Once Inspect is open, I go to the Network tab, and I send another message in the chatbot. As soon as the response comes back, a network request appears on the screen. When I click on this request and look at the details, you can see the data being sent to Google's AI service, and right here in plain text, you can see the API key. This is the same key that belongs to my Google AI Studio account. It is fully visible, and it can be copied by anyone who uses this app. This is the critical moment. At this point, the API key is no longer private. Any user can take this key, paste it into their own code, and start using Google's AI models as if they were me. They don't need access to my chatbot. They don't need my permission. They just need this key, and now they can run their own tasks using my account. A simple way to understand this is to imagine that your chatbot is a self-service machine, and instead of keeping the payment system locked inside, you leave your credit card details exposed on the front. Anyone passing by can take those details and use them elsewhere. That's exactly what happens when an API key is exposed in a browser-based app. The most dangerous part is that this problem is silent. The chatbot continues to work perfectly. Users are happy. There are no error messages. But in the background, your API key is completely public. In some cases, keys get reused in other projects, shared online, or used in automated scripts that generate large amounts of traffic. When you finally notice something is wrong, the damage may already be done. Now let's talk about how this should be done safely. The correct approach is to never let the browser talk directly to Google's AI service using your API key. Instead, the browser should send messages to your own server, and your server should communicate with Google AI. The API key stays on the server and is never sent to the user's browser. The user only receives the final AI response. Even though the word server might sound technical, the idea is very simple. The server acts as a middle layer that protects your secret key. Users cannot inspect it, copy it, or misuse it. This is how professional AI applications are built, and it is the only safe way to deploy a public chatbot using Google AI Studio. If you are not a technical person, this is still something you need to be aware of. If a tutorial or tool tells you to paste your Google AI Studio API key directly into front-end code and publish it, that setup is not safe for public use. It might work for testing or learning, but it should never be used for an app that other people can access. The most important takeaway from this video is very simple. If your chatbot runs entirely in the browser and contains an API key, that key is exposed. Anyone can access it. To protect yourself, your API key must be kept on a server that users cannot see or inspect. If you are building AI apps and planning to share them with others, understanding this one concept can save you from unexpected costs, account issues, and serious headaches in the future. If this video helped you understand the risk, consider subscribing to Loop into AI. In a future video, I can show how to build the same chatbot in a safer way without exposing the API key